Hello everyone, today is Tuesday, August 4th. This is going to be a NASDAQ trade recap taken in my live trading session with the group today. So let's get right into it. I trade something known as time cycle strategy. So I divide the day into 90-minute cycles starting at 7 a.m. and going until 4 p.m. So the main cycle I'm focused on is this 10 to 11:30 cycle. So basically the first 30 minutes of market open, I'm just sitting on my hands, taking notes, watching price. And then when 10 a.m. comes around, I mark out the previous cycle high, previous cycle low, and 50% of that range. So here we have previous cycle high because this is the highest price between this previous time cycle, which is 8:30 to 10. Here we have previous cycle low. This is the lowest price between this previous time cycle, and then 50% of that range. So all I'm doing is playing breaks and retest at previous cycle high and previous cycle low. 50%, how we use that is it's used as a target if we're taking shorts at previous cycle high or if we're taking longs at previous cycle low. So all I'm doing, like I said, breaks and retests at previous cycle high, previous cycle low. This morning we had a long bias, so I was mainly interested in this long scenario at previous cycle high. So what that looks like is we wait for a 2-minute candle close above previous cycle high, and then we enter on the retest. So here was our 2-minute candle close above. We entered here at 10:08 on this retest. Our stop loss was 29,470. With this strategy, based on data, usually 30 to 38 points is a safe stop loss, meaning if we're taking longs here at previous cycle high and we draw down more than 38 points, then most likely it's going to continue to the downside rather than going in the original anticipated direction. Okay, so here was our entry. 29,470 was stop loss. In terms of trims and final exit, our first trim was 29,544. So this first standard deviation here, which is what we're mainly targeting, was pretty far away from our entry. So what I did was take 50% of that range, and that was how I got the 29,544. So that was our first trim. Our second trim was 29,557, which was just a few points below 560. So that was second trim. And then third and final exit was a few points below our first standard deviation here, and that was 29,578. So that's where I had the final exit. Luckily we got filled when we had this wick up here, and then just seeing how good these standard deviations work after we exited that trade, we had a bit of consolidation, and then we ended up expanding up to this first standard deviation, initially having some rejection, and then we got some follow through up to this second standard deviation. So if we would have left some runners, this definitely would have been another exit here, which as you can see, it worked out very good. So that's just a quick trade recap. If you guys are interested in daily live trading or a free futures course, then feel free to check out the link in the pinned comment, or you can check out the link in the bio and you'll see that stuff in there. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will catch you in the next one.